For the people who just don't know, my name is Crimson, and this is Tales of Berseria, where in the last episode... Oh, okay, I'm facing the wrong way. In the last episode, we're just going to keep on moving. We got the flowers that we needed for the medicine for the crew, but on our way back, Eisen found Zavid.
Solitoma is as awful as I remember. I'd hoped I'd never have to drink it again.
Are you alright, Eleanor?
Is this your second experience with the Corsair Scourge?
No, I had it for a different reason. In the Abbey, it's tradition for initiates to drink Solitoma as part of their welcoming festivities.
Sounds like hazing to me.
When everyone shares the same experience, drinking something so shockingly revolting, our bonds are strengthened. It's a good thing.
If you say so.
Yeah.
I really did believe I'd never have to taste it again. To be blunt, I hate it.
You're lucky you think it tastes so terrible. That means you also know what tastes good. Right, Velvet?
What does that mean?
Velvet can't taste anything aside from blood.
What? Is that because she's a demon?
I'm aware of one other flavor. Mogulu, here's your dose of Solitoma.
No!
Get back here!
Don't! Keep that salad away from
I see. The sweet taste of another suffering.
Oh, alright. So that came back. Oh, almost to level 6. And we found another island. There we go. Let's keep on going with that. And we got another story. Let's go.
Why does it seem like everyone around me is completely mad?
Well, because we are.
Continuing to fight when you know you'll lose just is insane!
Would you stand around and watch your comrade die just because you're scared?
I wouldn't want to, but getting myself killed wouldn't save anyone either.
Yes, it would be illogical to fight.
Is being illogical really that bad?
Well,
At the Empyrean's throne, I remember Velvet standing, despite the horrible pain she felt. Rokuro is training with all his heart in order to defeat his brother Shigure. And Kurogane used up his own head to forge a powerful blade.
none of that is very logical.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to put it, but I think it's all amazing. Aren't you forgetting someone? Magilu is traveling with us, even though she doesn't care. And that... Yes, go on. I don't really understand what that's about. Miss Magilu, hang in there!
Well, it is amazing in some sense, I suppose.
How so? Alright. Alright, we already got our mission. So let's... Oh, I didn't even notice that. I wasn't paying attention to the map.
Hello there. You're headed to Loringen Tower too? Just
Yes.
a bit ago, a brawny, silver-haired man asked me how to get there.
Did he say why he was going there?
Something about meeting some friends of his. Exorcists use that tower to train, right? If he has exorcist friends, then maybe he's one too. But he seemed a bit rough and tumble to be an exorcist. I can't imagine a man like him.
Did he say anything else?
He said someone else might stop by and ask about the tower, and told me to tell him if they do. Did he mean you?
No clue.
So he was planning on us following him.
Yep.
What's he scheming?
You mean Zavid? Or the Abbey?
Both.
Now, I looked up Zavid, right? Alf it was driving me mad. Why in the world do I remember...
Loringen Tower lies beyond the Bernac Plateau.
Okay.
Blah. If you're gonna set up an obvious trap, couldn't it at least be someplace more convenient?
Now, I was thinking about like, why does that name sound so familiar? That's because Zavid was in the last Tales of game, Tales of Zestria, right? Which I played and wasn't able to stream or wasn't able to upload because my recording equipment wasn't working right. But as I play this game and I record this and I've been uploading these episodes to you, or I will at this point. I haven't uploaded any episodes yet. I'm still kind of working on something else. But still, oh man, I went the long way. Shit, I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, Zavid was in the last game, right, as himself, right? But in this one, he has shorter hair, right? And the last one was pretty good. You played as a boy who grew up in the land of spirits, right? They wasn't called mullets, if I remember correctly. They wasn't called mullets then, but you grew up in the land of spirits, and you was able to talk to them because you had that.
What's wrong, Laphicet?
I was just wondering why Aizen and Zavid can't work together.
All right, we're gonna hold on to that. I want to finish my thought. Like, you played as a boy. You grew up in this land full of these spirits that no one could see, right? In this timeline, I'm guessing this happens before this game, based on everything that happens. They can't see anybody. A normal person can't see. This boy was able to see this. One day, this girl who's part of the royal guard in that country fell into a ruin that was in their area, right? And a boy went there. The boy was exploring the ruin with his best friend, and they found her. She wasn't able to see. She wasn't able to see the spirit, right, or whatever they called them in the game, until it was found out this boy was some kind of special prophecy warrior, right, and made her one of his vessels. Zavid later on shows up in the story and is fighting with the other wind spirit member that was on the team. I guess he was playing pretty much doing the same thing that he's doing now, right? Zavid is some sort of spirit, or Zavid is a Malak, right, that antagonizes your group, but later on joins your team. I don't know if Zavid's going to be joining the team later on, because in Tales of Zestria, he replaces the other wind spirit that's on your team because the wind spirit dies. So we'll see, but that's why he remembers. I'm guessing the far off country that they don't know about, because they're all stuck in their same little area, is the Tale of Zestria's country that they don't know about. So that's what I'm thinking. All right, on with the story.
Together to find Ifried.
All men their age care about is their reputation, their street cred. Such a hassle.
Oh, really?
Well, I can't fully deny it.
Yeah.
The same could be said of women, and of everyone really. It's hard to work alongside someone unless you strive to understand their thoughts and feelings.
And if you can't?
Well,
It's like Zavid said. You start talking with your fists instead.
Sounds harder than I thought.
That's another cat stain. And water Norman hat for Laphicet. Water Norman suit for Laphicet. Was that what they was called? Hold on. No, wait. Oh, that I remember those. Those were the cat people in the other game. Ha 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 ha. Hold on. Yeah. Those were the things in the other games. Okay. They were like pretty much kind of like how Bienfo is in the game, except yeah, pretty much just like Bienfo. More like a mallet, but they was all cat people. Oh, well, hello there. It's like I didn't expect to find you so quickly while walking in here. All right, let's just get this over with then. Since you're here.
Are we ready for this?
Running and attacking the right people. Smart. There we go.
I refuse to fall here.
We got him. All it took was that little bit of get him dazed and it was nothing. These guys are actually pretty much pushovers. I'm not.
Whoa! Hot water is spouting out of the mountain.
And look at those rainbows.
This is one of the 7 wonders of the world, the Bernac Geyser. The water heats up from underground until the
look.
pressure forces it to spray up from the surface.
And the rainbows are caused by light reflecting from the salts suspended in the mineral water. It took tens of thousands of years for the minerals to accumulate here and form this phenomenon. Wowee!
That was very educational.
At least you know plenty of trivia, if nothing else.
Additionally, the groundwater veins that feed this geyser are connected to the sea. Because of this, every now and then a boiled octopus or crab will shoot out from the geyser. No way!
That's impossible. Well, not impossible, but
With the salt content of the geyser's water, I bet they're seasoned to perfection.
Magulu, I'm declaring your bizarre imagination the 8th wonder of the world.
There
People
you
say
go.
that all the time.
Oh, so I'm not the first then. Okay, so at least we know. Oh, I thought that was a plan. Alright. We could sit here and fight all these guys, but wait a minute. Oh, I passed it. Yeah, it's this way. Alright. I was about to say, wait a minute. Like, where's the exit? Like, I missed the exit. Oh, hello. Hello. Cutscene.
Eisen!
Did you do all this?
Did you get the medicine to the ship's crew?
Yeah.
Good. My thanks to you.
These soldiers won't be happy in the morning, but they're alive. Is this your work?
No. They were like this when I got here. It must have been Zavid.
Oh, so
He didn't kill a single one. Interesting.
The Abbey is going to great lengths to arrest him.
Uh-huh.
Even so, he clearly knows he's walking into a trap. What I don't get is why he roped me into all of this.
Because
If he didn't want my help, then what need did he have to play the Ifreed card on me?
to
if
get
you knew
out
this
here.
was a trap, why did you come?
to see for myself. When I met Ifrid, I was wallowing in despair that I would ever find a way to break the Reaper's curse. Stop denying reality, he told me. If you were really born with that curse, then it's a part of you. But if the Reaper learns to grasp the wheel of his life, even he may find his creed, his path through stormy waters. And so, I joined him aboard the Von Eltia.
A creed of life.
Let's say someone's murdered the captain. If it came as the result of him living life on his terms, I could accept that. But if anyone, and I mean anyone, tries to crush his way of life, I could never forgive them.
Who's there?
Zavid.
It's rude to eavesdrop.
If you got secrets, talk about them at home.
Zavid, isn't there any way you and Eisen can work together somehow?
Not if he's going to keep acting like this.
Well, that's how it is.
What was the point of all that posturing? He could have just stayed hidden. Weirdo.
Can't disagree there.
I think it's more of a antagonizing him.
Loringen Tower is a training ground for exorcists, right?
Yes, it's a great edifice built on ancient ruins.
Laphicet, did you ever go there when you were tethered to Teresa?
I don't really remember the beginning of my service to Teresa.
I see.
What sort of training do they do there?
Exorcists are tested and assigned Malachim equivalent to their aptitude with mana. It's also where they practice Malach arts and study our laws.
So the lower ranks use it as a sparring ground in order to train up to the higher ranks?
No, an exorcist's affinity to mana is not something that strengthens through training. We are given Malachim based on our inborn ability, then learn arts to suit that ability.
So, an orderly is an orderly for life, then?
Correct.
There'd be
Damn.
no spirit of competition then. Don't they want to get stronger, to advance through the ranks?
There'd be no purpose to advancement. Rank signifies nothing more than the type and number of Malachim one can tether. People join the Abbey for only two reasons: to protect people from demons, and to save the world.
Are all of you that dedicated to asceticism?
How sickeningly noble of you.
I wonder if your wills are suppressed just like those of the Malachim you use.
Deviants like you could never possibly understand our motives. In any case, that is who awaits you at Loringen Tower.
So we're in for a rough welcome. I say bring it on.
It kind of sounds stupid, right? I mean, all right, we got another thing here. It kind of sounds stupid though, right? Like you join up with this crew, you join up with this thing, right? And you can't become anything other more than what you're born with. So you're born with something, and you're just pretty much stuck with it. If you're an orderly, you're just going to be an orderly. You can't rise up through the ranks through hard work and commitment. And like if you're born with special powers, then you're just born with special powers. Then it to me it sounds stupid, but I don't know.
I
Some people
can't
just
wrap
like
my
it like
head
that.
around Zavid.
We witnessed his unwillingness to kill before, but it seems he's quite serious about it.
Maybe that's why I don't feel scared of him. Even when he and Eisen were about to fight, I didn't feel tense at all.
Perhaps that's just because you've been around Velvet a bit too long, kiddo. Next to her, few people are frightening.
Do you think so?
Don't ask me.
He doesn't come across as vicious. I think that's why you're not scared.
Because he's just a brawler?
Maybe he's just naive.
Okay, so he's just a naive brawler. He's still involved with Ifrid's disappearance, and he's also taking on the Abbey. I just don't get him.
Me neither.
Uh-huh. I agree, but I don't understand any of you either.
And that's why you fail.
The map's getting filled in little by little.
There's still a long way to go. It's a big world out there.
Yeah, that's true.
And a lot can happen on the waves. The far seas are unexplored territory for a reason.
I'd imagine so. The seasons and the weather can change the sea completely.
I haven't looked
Oh.
at the map in a
Do
long
I sense a
time.
budding interest in the sea?
Think you're feeling less apathetic about it now?
I wouldn't say that. I was just reminded of something someone once said to me.
Alright, that's all the little cutscenes. How do I use the map? I know there's a... Oh. Fucking square. The one button I've been trying to avoid. And then go to the world map. Yeah. Okay. So those are all the places we've been to. Huh. Wait a minute, where are we now? Alright, so, oh, that's where we are now, and that's where we're heading to. Okay. Yeah, alright. I wonder when we can, like, kind of free roam. It seems like every time we try to do something.
I don't get it.
Hello.
Get what?
Why did Ifrid let Eisen join his ship, knowing he carried the Reaper's curse with him? What good did it do? I just don't see the reason behind it.
Well, if it were me who had that curse, it would mean that you and Velvet could die because of it, right?
Yeah, I suppose so.
If that's the case, then I'd feel like I'd both want to and not want to be close to you two. And I'd probably really, really hate myself for it.
Do you suppose that's how Eisen feels? But Ifrid still took him in. He agreed they'd put up with the curse together.
It's all a bit hard to fathom.
Well, if one thing's for certain,
Yeah.
it sounds like Ifrid's a very strong man.
So,
At least for a base lawless pirate.
alright. Looks like there's an underground passage somewhere. Get that chest. So, it kind of sounds like...
Eisen, can I ask you about that thing Zavid had?
It belonged to Ifrid, didn't it? I've read much of the Abbey's archives on weaponry, but I've never seen anything like it.
He found it when we crossed to the far continent. It's a relic from a long-vanished civilization. He's like me and can't resist a good treasure. But of everything we've found, that one was his most prized.
What is it?
I can't say. It seemed like a weapon, but Ifrid wouldn't let anyone touch it. He went off and tested it on his own, then came back all grinning, saying he had an ace up his sleeve the next time we got into a fight.
Then it's definitely some sort of ancient combat device? But why is Zavid looking for Ifrid? To apologize for stealing it?
No.
He doesn't seem like that much of a gentleman.
Let's see.
Did he really steal it?
What do you mean?
It's just my feeling, but Zavid doesn't seem like the type of Malak to steal something so precious.
Alright, hold on. Alright, so V had the gun in the last game too, right? And he used it pretty much the same way he did in the game. He pointed at his head, he shot himself, and he was able to use his wind powers like more greatly. I think, if I remember correctly, because it's been a long time since I played it, like there's special powers in the gun that releases latent abilities in it. So he shoots himself in the head, releases latent wind abilities, and able to fight. And the gun was used in the main point of like finishing up the game, if I remember correctly.
He said he just picked it up. Perhaps he's trying to return it.
Perhaps.
Uh-oh. I don't want to fight these. Let's go up this way. Let's go up this way and just go straight for the tower. Let's have a little bit of fun. Let's see. Okay. Oh, wait. We're supposed to go back. Go back. We're heading the wrong way. Don't want to face you yet. We'll face all y'all in another time. Let's go. Yep, that's the tower.
No one on guard. They're really not bothering to hide this trap.
They probably knew we'd sense it. The question now is just what they're planning to spring on us.
Oh man, it looks like a tower of Alright, so this tower seems like it's gonna be a big, long sort of like a trial, right? Or a gauntlet. So I'm pretty much gonna try to fight every opponent that we come across in here. At least try. Excuse me. Well, it doesn't seem like there's any. It doesn't matter which way I go, as long as I go here. There was a tower similar to this in the other game, if I remember right. So I can't go this way, so it looks like I have to go the other way. Yeah, according to the map. Yeah, according to the map, there's a staircase. I see it now. Well, didn't see it at first, but. Remember when I had like close to 400 spirit little things, and 2 chests later I'm down to basically nothing? Yeah, good times. Yeah, there was a tower just like this, but it was in a desert land in the last game. Now remembering
Eisen, when
little
and
things
how
from the
did
last
Ifri
game.
disappear exactly? And how did you two meet in the first place?
You know, you ask an awful lot of questions about us.
What? I don't mean to pry, really. Perhaps it's a habit I picked up from my work. Drat. It seems I've been digging too hard.
No matter. Ifrid vanished about a year ago. He agreed to fight a duel against someone, and secretly left to meet his opponent. Once we figured out what was happening, we rushed to the scene. But all we found was the aftermath of a fight, and a pendulum.
Was Zavid his opponent?
Given his choice of weapon and his ability to fight, I'd say it's likely.
What I don't get is why Ifrid would end up captured and imprisoned by the Abbey after a fight with a stray Moloch.
The Abbey had him prisoner?
On their island. Until an exorcist named Melchior took him away, that is.
What? Lord Melchior did?
The Abbey would have captured Ifrid about a year ago. Surely it must have caused quite a stir.
I was simply patrolling. I wasn't involved in any such operations. Oh, but I do remember that we suffered a great number of casualties around that time. I never heard why, and when I went to investigate, I found no records of any major deployment. And then I was ordered to cease any such investigation by Lord Melchior.
That's fishy.
He wanted to hide
very
something,
fishy.
clearly. And I think I'm starting to get a picture of what it was.
And it involves the Abbey?
Yep. Yep, your little bubble's being burst again. Like I said earlier. The more and more you learn, the more and more you find out that your bubble's being popped, or find out that everything that you heard that you thought was true is not true, or there's questionable circumstances around it. See? I say this saying that it's good to learn different stuff about it's good to learn the other side of things. Mega Sonic Thrust, alright, we already have that. That's nothing new. The halbert's stronger. Give you that. What the hell is that? I'm scared now. Wait a minute. Who's trapped there? I'm scared. I'm not liking this. That's
Ifrid.
Wait.
So,
it's a trap.
this is Von Ifrid.
It's a trap.
Eisen, it's good to see you again.
So you're alive. You could have sent a letter.
When have you ever written a letter to another man?
True. Aside from my little brother, not even once.
Your brother? Ah, yes. You told me that once. Eisen, why?
I've got no brother.
Mm-hmm.
Enough of your tricks!
She was in the last game too! Yes! The fuck?
Thanks for
Oh!
luring them out. I owe you one.
Zavid.
Now come on out, you old coot!
Lord Melchior.
Breaking through my double illusion. Impressive.
I make it a point not to fall for the same tricks twice.
I shouldn't have let you get away last time. I won't make that mistake again.
Alright. Looks like we're fighting this guy.
Why am I here?
Her consciousness has returned, so that is its power.
He turned her into a demon.
What? This can't be happening.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Sort of sheds a whole new light on things, huh?
A chain reaction. Your Reaper's curse is quite the dreadful affliction, isn't it?
Don't you run away!
Heads up! Wyvern's coming!
Alright, we faced these guys before. Oh wait, they're legendary.
Exorcist created demon.
Hey, worry about that later. Goddamn dragon to take care of.
Cool down.
Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Damn it, he keeps guarding, so I can't. Ow, bitch. Alright, there's one. That's two. That's
Looks like you got caught in your own trap, old man.
Oh, are you sure about that? What the?
I'll take care of the last one.
Why are you stopping me?
He just saved the wyvern?
You folks jump in and kill without a second thought. Is that your creed?
Marvelous. Your Siegfried is just the power I've been looking for.
What?
My work here is done.
The hell did you do? Wait, damn you! Follow them!
Yep. I guess he was looking for the power of the Siegfried. Everybody leveled up. He was looking for the power of the Siegfried. It kind of stopped them from regaining consciousness.
Where the hell did they go? Find them. They can't have gotten far.
Alright. We got Expedition
This rescue.
load up.
Skip.
Alright, let's go. We went upstairs, I know that much. Let's go. I'm guessing they're using the Savi's gun and learning their power so that way they can better control the Moloch. Like I said, the Moloch in the original game was used to increase the power of Savi's wind. So I'm guessing that if they find out how to use it and use it for their own game. Wait a minute, I can't go this way. Where the fuck did they go? You mean tell me they went downstairs? Probably went downstairs. Damn it, the hell. I gotta run all the way downstairs. Shit. Can I just jump? No, I can't jump. It would be way easier if I could jump. Nope, not in here. Just wanted to make sure. Where did they run off to? Yep, they're out here.
Damn. He's sure got some speedy legs for an old fart.
I'm glad to see you're okay, Zavid.
It's not me that I'm worried about.
Melchior was highly interested in your weapon. And yet he didn't steal it. Surely a legate like him could snatch it if he wanted to.
Why bother stealing it when you can just copy its hidden formula? Some arts can decipher the workings of other arts in a split second. And guess what Melchior's specialty is?
As he left, he said, "My work here is done."
The Abbey must have some use for that unknown art. Who knows what? After all, they brought it here from another continent.
And we'll find out what they're after and crush it to dust.
Let me ask you just one question. Why do you have Siegfried?
I'm counting on you, he said. Back when I served the Exorcists, they sent me on a mission to capture Ifrid.
Zavid, you were once their slave?
Yeah. My mind was under the influence of Inominat's domain. But when Ifrid aimed this baby at me, one shot was all it took to open my eyes. The fight we had after that was one for the books. He might have been a human, but that guy was a beast. Put a song in my soul. But then Melchior had to jump in and spirit Ifrit away with one of his damned illusions. That old bastard! Playing tricks with people's minds.
But why'd he grab Ifrit and not Siegfried when he had the chance?
He probably didn't know at the time that this guy was the real prize he was after. But Ifrit knew. Right before he was taken, he distracted Melchior long enough to hand Siegfried over to me. Well, that's all I know. Whether you believe me or not is up to you.
Okay.
Got it.
So now
We're done
he has
here.
both.
Huh? That was easy.
Ifrit only says I'm counting on you to people he trusts.
Is that so?
So, wait a minute, who was
what are
the
you gonna
girl
do now?
To him.
Gotta
I
keep
know who
looking
the
for
girl
Ifrit.
was.
So gotta give this back and settle our score.
I doubt you have much time left to get that done.
I'd hazard a guess that until now, Melchior was unaware what Siegfried could really do. In other words, he and the exorcists weren't able to interrogate anything out of their captive.
And now that Ifrid's no longer needed, I see no reason for them to keep him alive.
You think I don't know that?
If you really want to save Ifrid, you probably ought to team up with us.
Nope. No can do.
Why not?
You lot will do anything to achieve your goals. Even kill. Sorry, I'm a fighter, not a killer. I won't steal a single life. That's just my creed.
And I've got no intention of changing our pirate creed either.
Eisen and Zavid have their own creeds. They both have such strong principles, even though they're so different.
Just like humans.
Exactly. Yep. See that? They're just like humans.
That was sure something. Melchior and his illusions are cheats.
There's no cheating in combat.
What I meant is that they were awfully dirty tricks for an upstanding exorcist.
And the illusions seemed so real. Had that gone on any longer, I wouldn't have been able to tell what was real and what was fake.
If it can't be distinguished from reality, perhaps one could live a happier life within the illusion.
That sort of happiness can rot.
You think so?
But by using illusions, you can defeat an opponent without causing them any physical harm.
Oh, how humane. Wow, the Abbey is so great.
Lord Melchior is an exemplary man who has served Lord Artorias since before the Abbey's founding. He's done everything from logistical planning to defense strategy and even political negotiations. He shows the utmost concern, even for his opponents, so...
He turned a friendly Moloch into a dragon.
Yep.
That was...
Physical wounds can heal. Emotional wounds never fully fade.
Yeah, but...
Don't lose heart, Eleanor. Foul play is foul play, but you're talking to a demon and a witch. Who can judge?
I appreciate that you're trying to console me, but as an exorcist, I cannot accept this.
Yeah, but you seen it with your own two eyes, so you just gonna turn a blind eye to it? I guess that's how the bubble works. You turn a blind eye to things that don't make you feel uncomfortable, right? Let's see, am I going the right way? Or do I need to head back? Return to... okay. Oh, well. Alright, well, that was a waste. That was really a waste. Now I gotta do all this and head back. So, excuse me. So, now that Malachi got that, oh crap.
Right then, let's finish this!
So,
Are you hurt? Can you stand? Yeah.
so here's my thoughts, right? Now that Malachite has...
I
Damn
thought I
it.
smelled someone pondering. What's on your mind, Laphicet?
I know Siegfried comes from another continent and all, but do you know anything else about it, Rokuro?
Nope, can't say I do. All I care about are swords. That contraption doesn't interest me much.
I suppose that makes sense. But it looked real powerful.
It
Just
is
guessing
real
based
powerful.
on how we saw Zavid use it, I'd say it amplifies his power somehow.
Exactly.
An amplifier. It's true that he seemed to get stronger when he fired it at himself.
Yeah, and it gave that dying legendary wyvern enough strength to escape.
But wasn't it also what he used to dispel Melchior's illusions back there?
That
Yep.
was also amplification. The Malachim are the source of his arts. The relic pushed them past their limits and... kablooey.
Suffice it to say, it can be used both offensively and defensively. It must be very hard to master.
More important is what the Abbey plans to do with it. Not that I really care.
Like I said, they're going to boost the girl under the umbrella. Okay, before I do that one, right? They're going to use the power to amplify their Malak's arts or increase their control over them.
Laffy said, may I ask you something?
What is it?
The girl with the umbrella from Lord Melchior's illusion. What is her connection to Aizen? I don't think he'd answer if I asked him myself.
And,
I don't know. I was wondering about her as well. She was pretty, wasn't she?
Oh, so you like a girl who's cute, but with a bit of sophistication.
Really? I thought his type was more like
Shh.
What's going on?
We were discussing a delicate topic. Laphicet's first crush, if you must know.
Oh,
No, we weren't. We were just talking about the umbrella girl from the illusion.
the umbrella girl. That illusion made Aizen hesitate. She must be really important to him.
Indeed. It must be a deep, naughty relationship.
Come on now.
Like a wife he wants to leave but he can never let go. Or a lover from whom he can't move on.
No, that's
No.
too wild. And she's too young.
Yeah, it's not that. What's more likely for a self-serving pirate is a daughter from a woman who only knows him by a fake name, perhaps one whom he cast aside, or who cast him aside!
And maybe she was somebody he couldn't marry for some reason. But when she died, he raised her daughter for her.
He had been friends with her since they were children. But they only realized their true feelings after they had been married to someone else.
Is this
What
their
the
idea of
fuck?
romance?
Yeah, what the fuck
In
kind
any
of
case,
scenario is that?
beware of girls, Laphicet.
Right.
What kind of fucking dream fantasy y'all been on? What the fuck? How come it can't be something simple like, I don't know, his daughter, right? Oh, hey, his daughter. Or, you know, hey, maybe a fellow, Balak or something like that. How come it can't be none of that shit? Now it have to be some deep and mysterious, forbidden romance or something like that. Like, what the shit? I bet they're gonna ask him too, like, hey, so what's up with the girl with the umbrella? I would ask, just to know what the hell was going on. Like, what was it up with the girl with the umbrella? Like, was she a daughter from Malak or what? Like, just wonder if you don't want to talk about it, man. You don't want to talk about it. Cool, whatever. I'll move on. Oh wow, sounds like somebody burped into a microphone there. I don't know why I can't use the bottle to return back. I hate having to travel all this way just to get here for a cut. I'm going to get to a cutscene pretty soon. Storytelling cutscene. And I just want to get that scene. Every time he does that, it sounds like somebody burping in my ear. Like, that's what it sounds like. Wait a minute, there are a lot more of these guys around here now. Chest. Alright. So there's one more chest.
Now what are we gonna do?
What's
What's going
wrong?
on?
This dog came up with a book in its mouth. Here, take a look.
Huh. It looks pretty old. I've never seen this kind of writing before.
It's not ancient Avarost, that's for sure. Part of it looks like a chronology, so maybe it's a history book?
If I were to guess, I'd say they're Meliodosian characters, which would peg it at about 2,000 years old. It's more
Shit.
recent than Avarost, but the writing has fallen completely out of use.
All kinds of notes are written throughout the book, too. Someone must have been studying it. If it's research material, that might make it Videl's book. Videl? Who's that? He's a
Yeah,
weird
who's
kid
Videl?
who's way into studying history. He lives at the inn.
Could you maybe deliver the book to him for us? We were told
Sure.
not to get too close to him, so...
Yeah, sure, I guess.
Alright, Videl at the end. Sounds like a person of interest too. Might know a little bit about the book that we're trying to get researched. Oh, here comes the cutscene.
My book! My book! Where could I have left it?
There he is.
Are you Videl? Is this yours?
My book! Oh, that book is super important to me. Thank you.
I'm Laphicet. I hope you don't mind that we flipped through some of it. Can you actually read Meliodosian script?
You recognize Meliodosian writing? That's unusual in this day and age.
Oh, it's not that big of a deal, really.
When I grow up, I want to be an adventurer who travels the world and explores lots of ruins. So to make sure I'm ready for anything, I've been studying ancient history, starting with the Era of Darkness.
The Era of Darkness? You're referring to the Dark Period, right?
Yeah, that's similar
Right.
to
Almost
the
no
last
written
game.
records from the age have survived. But if you compare the history before and after, you can tell something major must have happened.
Wow, that's fascinating.
I know!
Look at those
Who's that
two,
son?
all worked up over an old book.
My little brother was just like that too. Laffy and our brother used to.
We've received reports of suspicious persons in the area. Have you seen anything?
Not good. They're onto us.
Quickly, hide in my house.
All right.
Videl, have you seen anyone suspicious recently?
Sorry, sir. I've been absorbed in my book.
That's all right, thanks. Look, I know it must be tough living alone with your mom. Just remember, your father's a praetor. He's out there fighting to protect us all. Keep your chin up for his sake at least, all right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. So his dad's part of the Praetors. Oh, thanks, Videl.
Thanks for your help, Videl.
That's a weird name for a
Videl,
boy, though.
your
by the
father
way.
is an exorcist?
Yeah, he is. But don't worry, I won't say anything about you and your friends. I'm your friend too.
Really?
And to prove it, I'll let everyone in on a big secret.
Oh, what's the
This
secret?
book tells you how to make an Omega Elixir, an incredibly ancient and powerful medicine. If I'm reading it right, you need 5 ingredients in order to create the elixir. I've only translated one of them so far, but I'll tell you what it is.
All right.
That's really nice of you, Videl. But I don't have any way to repay you for this.
Oh, please, think nothing of it. I'd just like it if you came and talked with me again sometime.
Of course. What are friends for?
All right. So, Laffy said made a new friend. Oh, that's cute. Real
The
cute.
Omega Elixir. That's an ancient medicine said to be able to cure any disease. But it was my understanding that no samples or recipes survived the Era of Darkness.
Meliodosian script was used prior to the Era of Darkness, so I guess it's possible that Videl's recipe might be legit.
He's just a kid. I don't know how much we can trust his translation.
You saw his notes. I doubt many adults could even get anything out of that book. You might be onto something.
Kids are more
Exactly.
capable than we give them credit for, especially where their interests lie.
I think we can trust Videl.
Laufey used to read books intently like that, too.
Furthermore, couldn't a hypothetical Omega Elixir be quite useful to you, Velvet?
Laufey, you look like you really want to track down those ingredients.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too,
I
man.
do.
That sounds pretty
Personally, I don't really care.
fun. Of
But
course
if you want to
don't.
look for them, I won't stop you.
Okay.
Alright. Research on that. Alright. Where we go? Looks like we keep on going and find a way to make that Omega elixir, which sounds really good. If it can cure anything, then we can use it to our benefit. Oh, look at this. The exorcists are up and around. We need to get going.
This big storm came and swept me out to a Class 4 island. And let me tell you, it's as bad as the rumors make it sound. I wanted to just wait it out in a shipyard somewhere, but then the water turned all gooey. Then I had these jellyfish things coming onto the deck, and before I knew it, slugs were swimming around in the damn ocean.
Wouldn't the
the-
salt in seawater mess up a slug?
Yeah, that's what I thought too, but these weren't no sea slugs neither. It was scary, I'll tell you that much. You want my advice? Stay the hell away from that island altogether. But if you do go, watch out for that gooey stuff.
What did that
Yeah,
pirate
gooey
mean by
stuff.
Class 4? I've never heard of that.
It's a classification the Abbey uses to help inform their strategy, an estimation of how well they've been able to manage the demon outbreak in an area. Administrative Zone Classes 1 through 3 have been assigned a suitable contingent of exorcists to guarantee the population's safety.
Class
So,
4.
Class 4 administrative zones are ones that are still unsafe?
In a
Yep.
perfect world, the entire kingdom would be protected, but there's just not enough manpower to go around. The Abbey doesn't send exorcists to remote areas and far-off islands. Instead, they avoid casualties by making those areas off-limits.
But that pirate mentioned he'd come close to an island. Are those policies actually enforced?
They send out an official notice to stay away, and that's all. It's not like they could blockade every tiny remote island out there. So you're free to dive into the deep end if you want, but no one will come to your rescue. Hope you know how to swim.
If they could keep the demons in check, they wouldn't have to tell people to stay clear. Frankly, I think the Abbey just doesn't want to go near places like that.
Yep,
In other
that
words,
sounds about
these are dangerous places that the Abbey has washed their hands of.
Makes you wonder how much they can administrate these places when they're not willing to get their hands dirty.
Are there many Class 4 administrative zones?
Yeah, sounds
I've
like
heard of
places
10
we
such
can
regions
go.
in my time working as an inspector for the Abbey. But I'm afraid I couldn't tell you their exact locations or their current status.
If the Abbey abandoned this island, it's probably safe to assume that it's getting to be pretty dangerous.
If we go there, we're gonna want to be prepared.
Yeah, these sounds like places that I want to go to now, right? Just for the experience getting to fight those guys.
Demons! There's more of them. A whole band of them rampaging through Roaring Forest.
There was already one dangerous demon in those woods, and now we have more, and they're still on the loose. A lot of exorcists have come to deal with them, but
What do these demons look like?
That's what I want to know. Those Abbey people won't tell us nothing. Every time a demon comes around, it's all, show us your cargo this and don't leave port for a while that. How are we supposed to catch any fish?
these demons really are a pain in the neck. If I was an exorcist, I'd lay down some justice, I tell ya. At the end of the day, it's not the demons or the exorcists that have it rough. It's us normal folk.
Anyway, you guys should be careful. There are demons about.
Thanks for the warning.
Yep. So they just block off everything
First
and don't tell
mate!
anybody.
You're all right!
Sorry to worry you.
And the captain?
It turned out to be a fake. But now I know the real one's still alive somewhere.
Well, of course he is.
Not that he has a lot of time left.
What do you mean?
Calm down. I'll explain later.
Eisen! You stay calm too, okay?
Yeah.
And you've all taken your Salatoma?
Yes, sir.
And nobody died?
All still kicking.
Compared to your
Good.
curse, sir, this sickness was tiny potatoes.
All right.
Tiny potatoes.
And
are
let's get
actually
ready
pretty
to
good.
sail out.
As long as
Already
they're not
done,
too
sir.
salty.
We're ready whenever.
The Pirate's Creed, huh?
There's worse out there.
Hopefully this means that I get a chance to hopefully this means I get a chance to grind a little bit now. Go out, grind all the places that we've been to, and level up a little bit. Even though, oh wow, I didn't know I was that high in strength right there. Shit. But yeah, it'd be good to grind a little bit now. Hopefully I can. So, seems like we got a little bit trouble brewing, but hopefully everything turns out to be okay. Hopefully.
Leave the fighting to me.
Right. Alright. So, I hope you like this video. If you like it, please leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And if you want to support my channel, please go to patreon.com/thecrimson1ftp. Also follow me on Twitter at thecrimson1, DCRYMSON and the number 1. Thank you all for joining me on this wonderful episode. Whew, man, a lot of shit is going down. And we're going to have to prepare just a little bit more before we move on, I feel. So, since this is the perfect time to grind, I'm going to leave it off here and be back after I leveled up a few levels. Hopefully. As long as nothing else happens. Till then, deuces, people. I'm out. Peace.